Hey, what's up guys? Kane here with XBLA fans, and I'm going to be giving you a quick taste of Has Been Heroes. Now, Has Been Heroes was released on March 28th, 2017 on Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC for $19.99 from Frozenbyte and Game Trust Games. The game is a roguelike. On your mission, you're going to be trying to deliver the princesses to school. So a bunch of former legendary champions, once celebrated throughout the kingdom, pretty much forgotten, have one last quest, and that's to take these two twin princesses to school. So along the way, you're going to play as an epic band of heroes and our young, eager rogue. Along the way, obviously, you're going to discover more members to your party and be able to use different heroes as you play the game, including some pretty interesting sounding ones like an anthropologist turned Mexican wrestler and a paranoid bodyguard. Along the way, there's also unique spells and abilities that you're going to be able to use to boost your hero's powers, and each one makes them play a little bit more unique and a little bit different. Now, you can combine your spells for some kind of devastating effects as you kind of learn how things work. And there's lots of different monsters, and you're going to continue to face more and more menacing enemies as you continue to go forward. And you're trying to kind of destroy the army led by the evil Great Ghoul. Now, when you die, obviously, you restart. It's a roguelike. However, you do get some kind of reward at the end of it. So if you notice, the way this game's played is you have 3 lanes of combat. And in each lane of combat, you have a different hero. Now, you can swap these heroes after they attack. And you're going to notice I'm going to do that a lot. So one of the main goals right here is to try to kind of figure out who's going to be best in a certain lane first, because you can kind of realize, okay, if this guy has 1 stamina bar and my big guy, you know, with the giant sword, he does 1 stamina on his attack, he's going to be able to stun the enemy, and then my next guy can come in and just destroy him. So there's some strategy to how you want to do this. Obviously, you have these different abilities as well. So, you know, there's the one that freezes people, another one drains their stamina and lights them on fire, another one adds different attacks, and that's just what we have right now. So as you travel through the levels, you're going to be able to go to different areas, and each time you travel to a new area, you can kind of see the next couple pathways, and it will kind of give you a clue of what's going to be coming up in the next spots on the map. Now, each of these combat situations are actually timed, and there's a timer at the top. If the timer runs out, the combat will actually end, and it counts as a victory, so that's always pretty nice. You don't really have to stress not, you know, finishing it quick enough. Now, as you can see, like, I froze the enemy in that top row, and then I can kind of deal with him later whenever I want. And that's a really useful strategy to kind of learn how your different abilities work. Now, this is pretty early on in the game. This is, like, literally just starting a new run. So, like, there's not much unlocked. I really wanted to keep this video largely spoiler-free, because I didn't want to, like, you know, ruin too much for you guys. So I want to let you guys kind of discover things on your own. That's always one of the cool things about roguelikes. I will admit, I've had a hard time with this game so far. It is a little difficult to get used to at first, so it's definitely got a lot of strategy that's going to need to be used to be able to beat some of these levels. Now, like, obviously I'm going to win this fight, but I mean, like, as you continue to go on, it does get a little more difficult. Now, it's very key to kind of just make sure you're paying attention to who's in what row, because each of your units can also get attacked as well, and when they get attacked, they will get stunned if they run out of stamina. So, you know, obviously your big guy, he's got those 2 bars. He can take 2 hits instead of some of the other guys, and they can only take 1. And that's definitely something that's pretty useful. So, this fight should be done. I believe the timer's over, and that's why they're running away. And as you see this, you're going to get to see a chance on, like, how the map kind of works. So as we travel across the map, obviously, there's different loot options that might pop up, or, you know, like, there might be a campsite that we can go rest at and recover all our stamina. So it's a very interesting premise, and it works pretty cool. So, like, right here we have a chest, but unfortunately I don't believe we have a key. And this is a very unfortunate situation, because to backtrack, you have to use one of your candles. And you probably don't want to do that too early on. So we're just going to kind of skip past this. But a lot of this game is this running from area to area, and it's kind of humorous just the whole way everything's been designed. Like, personally, I really like the look of everything. It's got like a very cool cartoon vibe, and it looks really solid. As you can see there, like, this is where I think I started to actually understand how to like maximize my stuns and stuff, because each of these guys attack in different patterns. So if you can get the right patterns, you can pretty much stun people and just take them out a lot quicker. And that's definitely super useful, especially as you start to approach boss fights and other things like that. So this has just been a quick taste of Has Been Heroes. If you guys have any questions about the game, feel free to ask. This is a lot of what combat looks like. Obviously, it's going to get more complex as you start to advance and you have new spells and you have new weapons and new loot. You can get different items and such from merchants, or, you know, from completing runs and whatnot. It's very, very cool, and so far the game feels pretty fluid. Like, I've been liking the combat. It's definitely unique. I don't know, I just think it's kind of neat, and it's nice to see something different out here. Like, it's really cool to see GameStop or whatnot use their game trust to kind of like give some of these established developers a chance to do some riskier games in a sense, which, I don't know, I think it's neat, even if they don't always pan out, because I wasn't a huge fan of Song of the Deep, but I'm looking forward to playing more of this one. So if you guys have any questions about the game, feel free to ask. We'd love to answer them in the comments, and please do like and subscribe to this video. It really does help us out a lot. We have a ton of content coming out this week for ID at Xbox games. There's, I believe, 8 different games releasing. Obviously, there's already a video up for Snake Pass, but we'll be covering all of these individually as we have time. So please do share this coverage. It really does help us out a lot, and it lets us know that you guys are really interested in this stuff. So, later.